Do 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 do.
We're recording.
It's Wednesday. There's Liz.
I'm having technical difficulties.
She didn't even see my grand reveal. Oh. Sorry, I got distracted because the table I was going to use for a lesson might just got taken by people at the plaza. Neither here nor there. Deal with that later. Not your guys' problem. So, if you hear any weird sounds, it's people dragging chairs around out there. Hi, everybody! It's Wednesday!
Yay!
And people who follow our channel know that means it's time for the VSC. Welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow.
Not the Adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
No?
No, it's our virtual shopping channel, the VSC.
Can't we have adventures on the VSC? Maybe?
We could. We
Have
hadn't
adventures.
discussed that yet.
It's a different adventure where we try to sell you yarn. Anyway, hi, welcome to the VSC. And so yes, the virtual shopping channel. Yarn fuzz.
Not a thing.
One of the hazards of working in a yarn shop. I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina. Sun Dragon Art and Fiber. Okay.
Ooh, she's got her work shirt on. I'm Liz. I'm the minion at Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina.
And today we're going to talk about some of the yarns we're working with right now. They're not new to the shop, but they might be new to you. And our lovely project bags that we just love and love and love. And Sun Dragon swag, I like to call it. The shirt is Sun Dragon swag, the bag is, etc., etc. And, we're working on pins for y'all.
Yay, we finally got some pins.
They might take a while, but, wait with anticipation.
It might take a while. It might not take as long as I mean,
in 24 hours, we've almost got them designed. It's a matter of how long it takes them to make them and send them to us. But I'm super excited. Anyway, don't want to get you too worked up and then have to wait. So we'll talk about that more later. Liz, let's start with your yarn. Just
with
to put you on the spot, even though you're trying to work on your stuff.
It's okay. I can put it down. So I've been doing my Fair Isle Bits hat, and Rebecca's like, I'm gonna profile the yarn I'm working with, and I was like, you know what? Let's talk about Walkabout. It's these little 50-gram balls. It's sport weight. It is
Shetland Island, right?
It's organic Shetland wool.
Mm-hmm.
Probably from Australia, but it's Shetland. It's Queensland.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna let you throw off all the colors eventually, but we've talked about different types of sheep. Oh, I have a prop. There's things I can do. Look, this is a cowl they sent us, made in the Shetland Island wool. We've talked about different types of sheep. We have mentioned on the show, excuse me, we've mentioned merino, which everyone's like, ooh, merino, it's so soft. And we've mentioned blue-faced Leicester, and which is also very soft. Shetland Sheep is another breed of sheep, not known for being quite as soft, but robust, I would say. It's good stuff.
It's a great yarn for doing Fair Isle work, because it sticks. It does have, it feels sometimes like it has a little bit of lanolin in there, but the hairs stick to themselves when you're Fair Isling. So
which is part of why it sticks is the lanolin is superwash. They strip out all the lanolin,
but the barbs in the hair too.
Natural sheep stuff. And
if you're gonna steek, which we're both terrified-ish to do.
If you're gonna felt,
If you're gonna felt,
steeking terrifies me. That's where you do something like this for a whole sweater, and then if you want to make it a cardigan, you go whoop. I mean, there's a few other steps involved. You cut it, and the yarn grabs itself, and you don't lose all the work you did. It still looks amazing.
It's really cool. Terrifying
for wool enthusiasts, like real wool enthusiasts. This stuff. This is
I've done hats with it, like gnome hats where it's really long. I don't find it's like it's scratchier than merino, but I don't find it horrible to work with.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it. And the colors. Let me give you some stats and then I will show you the colors. So you get 157 yards per 50 grams. They're recommending a US 3 to 5 needle or an E to a 7 hook. We're selling it for $7.95 a ball.
Great value, good stuff,
Yep.
wonderful colors.
Hand wash, unless you're planning on felting.
Mm-hmm.
It'll felt beautifully. What else? 100% wool, not superwash. That's about all the information that's on here.
Mm-hmm.
The colors. Oh my gosh, the colors. So this, and the camera doesn't even show, is my favorite Robin's egg blue.
They are most of them have a heathery tone to them that we may not be able to capture on camera. She's getting all the
Those
blues
are all
for
the
you.
blues.
There are how many colors, Liz?
I want to say there's 24.
We got the whole color palette.
Yeah.
So if you go on, if you search Queensland Walkabout, I think we have the whole color palette and most of it in stock.
These two.
Now, while she's gathering colors,
Browns
I'm
and
looking browns and greens. Mm-hmm.
But not all the browns because they have like 5 neutrals in each.
I want to make an Argyle sweater with this as the main color. This is dark purple. Can't even show you what color purple. Our online shop, we can list all of these, but
It's
we
like
can
all
only
the grays and blacks.
yes, neutrals.
Yep.
We can only show you pictures for 12. The way my online system, which I have to use because it's linked to my point of sale, works. And the downfall of that is you can use the drop-down menu. I'll explain this on the website, but not everybody reads. So,
Because everybody wants the yarn.
mm-hmm. So,
Those are reds and purples. Sorry.
you're fine. We need to see the colors. But I will put up 12 pictures, but the problem is if you use the drop-down menu, first of all, if you click on the pictures on our website, it won't change the drop-down menu. So that is one thing to be aware of. The other thing to be aware of is if you scroll down past where I've been able to attach pictures, it will just pull up to make big the first picture I've put up, not the one that's associated. So you could be like, oh look, all these colors look the same. I'm gonna buy them all. You won't like what you get because it's not what you're expecting. And that is a quirk of my online shop that I don't have control over. And I've been yelling at my point of sale people, and they haven't fixed it yet. They're not used to dealing with yarn shops with lots of lovely colors. So what I will do on the listing is I will put, here is a link to look at all the colors, figure out what color you want, and come back and pick that. I know it's more work for you guys. Or just talk to us here at the shop on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I know it's more work for you guys, but it's worth it in the end. And it's the way that we can make this work, especially A, for people who are not local, and B, for people who can't come in the shop, because that's everybody. We can let you shop outside and bring you colors outside, but that's it. Keeping you all safe.
Yep.
All right. So Walkabout is wonderful. Like I said, I've had dreams for a while now of making a vest, an Argyle vest. I think I'd even picked out a color when this first came
There was
in.
a pattern and I couldn't find it. We had an Argyle vest pattern, I thought, and I couldn't find it.
We
this
didn't have
morning
one
when I was
here. I found one on
Oh, okay.
Ravelry. I had found one that I was really interested in, and I don't want to waste everyone's time by trying to find it right now, but I might have to try to find it. It's probably buried in my favorites because I just, life, right? Life has taken over, and haven't really had the time to do all the projects I want to do. And don't autocorrect me, silly butt. I put in vest and it changed it to best.
Well,
Because who would want to type the word vest into any search engine? Apparently, that's what my phone thinks. Found it. The one I was eyeing, because it's actually hard to find a classic Argyle vest that doesn't look too frumpy. That is what I was thinking of doing with a dark color and some light colors. This one, Liz.
oh yeah.
And this is called Academia. I'll try to remember that to put it in the notes. But, something like this, but a vest I could wear over other clothes. Because, again, if it's not the softest. I may not want it right against my skin, although this one, not bothering me. So it'd be something I would layer, and I could see doing a vest with it.
Yeah, and we'd one of our knitters, we'd discussed, like, soft wool wears out a little bit. It starts pilling and, you know, a little bit faster.
Softer, if you want soft yarn that's not going to pill,
Shetland actually might
hasn't
hold
been
up
invented yet.
just a little bit,
Yeah.
you know, because it's a more robust yarn. It can put up with more wear and tear.
I know people who wanted to make door stoppers and other things, more robust things, and this is the perfect yarn for it because it's going to hold up to wear and tear better. So my yarn, speaking of merino, I talked yesterday about the Cheryl Faust pattern that I'm making, and look, I made more of it. Look, it's so pretty.
It is. I'm loving it.
I'm making it out of Friday Harbor. I'm making it out of these two colors of Friday Harbor. Oh, she's going to grab the color she likes. Friday Harbor.
Well, I'm going to read the stats.
Whoop! Let me hold it that way. Friday Harbor. She's going to read the stats. It is a merino and silk blend, and I want to say the
80-20.
The silk is probably the little nubbies in this. And I didn't grab purple, but there's a purple right here.
80 merino, 20 silk.
Mm-hmm.
You get 219 yards per 100 grams. So it's a fairly good
It's a
worsted.
nice solid worsted weight yarn. Yes.
They're recommending you a 7 or an eye hook. Hand wash, lay flat to dry.
So the colors I've picked don't necessarily have the nubbies that you'll see in some of the other colorways. There's a little bit of fleckiness to it. Great stitch definition. This purple, I have made a piece I'm about to show off to you. You can see fleckies in this. So some of the colors have more fleckies than others. Other neutrals that we have, so she's got the burgundy. I've got a gray here. Burgundy's not neutral, but you know. Bouncing around. We've got a nice tan. We have this gorgeous green, as well as there's a light teal and there's a darker teal that we are out of.
Darker teal was
but we're ordering it because shout out to Terry, one of our knitters wants it. We've got, if you like the brights, and we've also got a nice classic blue, the Pantone color of the year. So, like I said, I'm making my version of Cheryl Faust's chain with it. Instead of crisp black and white, I'm using off black. They're charcoal, very dark gray, and a nice cream, ecru. The first thing I made out of this yarn, which led me to fall in love with it, was this is, why am I going to blank now? Aneesa.
Yeah.
This is D. O'Keefe's Aneesa Shawl. And there's a lot of reasons that I love this one. Very much garter on this side, all knitting. And then not only cables, but lace. And I will say, I don't think I've even blocked this.
No.
And the stitch definition is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The fleckies of the purple, it's got this yummy squishy to it. So for shawls and things, I think this is just absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fabulous. And this is my example of how to wear a triangle shawl. I would put the point down and would wrap the ends around and tuck them. This is again why triangle cowls are wonderful, because it looks like you did all this work and just threw it on and went. But one way to wear this, it's becoming summertime now, so I might not wear this all day, but you know. So
But you could.
Friday Harbor and Walkabout, I will try to get both of these on the website. I think we only have about 11 colors or so of this, which means I should be able to get all of them pictured up.
Mail lady.
We were letting the mail lady know that we're just fine. I took all my important checks directly to the post office today. So, last but certainly not least, we started to hint at these on our knit and chat last night, and I've been meaning to show them off for a while. We would like to highlight our swag of our project bags. Big size project bags, handles, Zippers if you choose to use them, but we tend to overstuff our bags, so we
you can mash everything in there
and zipper them up
and zipper them up,
for
which
bad
is
weather.
for when it's raining and you have to.
Yeah, the bottom is a nice fabric, not necessarily fully waterproof, so like I wouldn't put them down in a puddle. But when they're zippered shut, and when you're walking through the rain, you can protect your stuff because of the top part.
This is mine.
Mm-hmm. Liz and I, okay, so this is mine.
Has several papillons, sweaters, my hat will stuff back in. Rebecca's coffee in the morning.
I have my Anker summer shirt, the yarn for my chain, the yarn for my Hearthstone, and probably about 4 shawls in here. It's a hot mess inside it, but it can hold a lot of stuff. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've had, ours are from the first batch. We are on our second batch of these with an even darker logo on it, which I love. So we've got, on one side, we have the Sun Dragon, Art and Fiber, our classic
in Brevard,
font logo.
North Carolina.
In Brevard, North Carolina. And then our mantra for lessons is breathing and hydration. Remember to breathe, drink some water. So we turned that into a fun thing on the back of our bags. It says breathe, hydrate, repeat to end of row. For those of you who are knitters and crocheters, those brackets will look familiar. There you go. So these lovelies, our Sun Dragon swag, as I like to call them, are just under $20. I believe we have them at like $19.95
or
something close to that. Basically $20. So, and they're wonderful. And we highly encourage you to get them so that you can have a way to carry around all your lovely projects.
I've been using mine, same one, schlepping back and forth from the parking lot to the shop since
Me too.
the first day we got the bags,
Yep.
which was, it's been it was yarn crawl last year. So it's been over a year.
Yep.
Just
We gave away at least one of these as a yarn crawl prize last year with some Sun Dragon specific yarn in it. We have a knitter, shout out to Carol, who has one of these, and then she has smaller project bags inside it to keep her organized. So she is organized. I am not.
I just check it.
So it doesn't have the dragon on it, but it does have the logo, the font that is specific to us on it.
And you can see as long as you don't overstuff it. Like
you can see what's in it.
I pulled out my
like,
hat today
wait.
and went, I know my light green's in here.
Mm-hmm.
My light green's not in here.
Is it the light green that's sitting at the top of, not on camera, but
it looks exactly like this, only it's been used.
So bags can eat yarn, apparently.
I don't think it ate yarn. I think the yarn just never made it in the bag because I didn't think I would get as far as I got.
So she didn't bring it because, it was lightning. It was inspiration to talk about Walkabout today. I was planning Friday Harbor since like at least yesterday.
I was like, ooh, 24 colors. This should be fun for Rebecca to put up online. No, they're fabulous colors. That wasn't why. It was because I was working on my hat.
Don't cover for yourself. You totally knew. Yeah, I walked in from the post office and you said, "Don't hate me," and I'm like,
did.
"Why?"
Because I picked Walkabout.
Because you picked one with 24 colors.
And she said, "Well, it's okay. You have to show off your own colors." And I'm like, "I'm cool doing that. You have to put it online."
Anyway, no, we love our project bags.
Love them.
I think for the size and everything, they are a wonderful value.
The pocket. Did we show off?
We didn't show off the pocket.
Got a
The
little
Breathe and
pocket.
Hydrate has a little pocket so you can keep your absolute essentials, especially notions, at your fingertips instead of buried in the bag.
Or cell phone.
Mine are both, but yeah, yeah. Things you want to not get lost in the middle of the bag can go in the little pocket on the outside. I think they're super functional. When we first got them and we're having knit night in the shop and everybody had one, we would have to be very careful not to confuse whose bag was whose.
Everybody's bag sitting on the floor in between chairs.
Not mine.
Yeah.
I'd go, I didn't think I got that color. Oh, it's not my bag. But again, because they're clear, you can easily tell. It means you can't really hide anything from anyone else. But why would you want to hide your yarn?
I've managed to bring yarn in the house that wasn't in the house before. Even with the
you can
clear
build a
bag.
wall around it and stick it in the middle.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You can still hide
You
stuff
get
in your
enough
bag.
stuff in your bag, you can, you know. It was in my yarn bag, Bernie. I don't know where it came from. The shop. That, you know.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, we're not going for a full half hour today, but I think that's okay. But let us know if you have questions. I'm going to work my hardest to get this stuff online as much as possible with all those pictures and everything. Yeah. So, but I got to get ready for a lesson because I have started one-on-one help outside on Tuesdays. No, Wednesdays and Fridays. Whatever day today is. It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
At 10:30, one person a day. We're going to wear masks and be as safe as possible and help people continue on their knitting journeys. So, please subscribe if you haven't already. Think about that.
I looked, we're up to 374 subscribers.
Yay! I'm just, you know.
That was on what I could see. So
that's really cool.
I was
And
like,
stats
ooh.
are different on different devices. It's really weird. But so thank you, new subscribers. And share this with people you think would want to subscribe and ring that little bell too. And see what's going on in our shop because it's always fun. Thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up if you like what you're watching. If you don't like what you're watching, just keep going. Just keep going. Just pick something else to watch. It's all good. We can't please everybody, but we try. And yeah, share it with people. Join us in the conversation. Comment. I'm really sorry for people who've been commenting and I haven't responded because in the early days of this, pre-pandemic times, I tried to respond to everybody because I love y'all and I miss y'all, even the people I haven't met yet.
We had a little bit more time.
A little bit more time and energy and everything. Oh my Lord. So know that we're reading all your comments and we'll respond to them in videos if we can and below if we can. Please let us know what you would like to see more of or hear us talk about or, you know, yarns, topics. We'll get to what we can. We love y'all.
We'll see you tomorrow.
We hope you're all staying safe. We're doing our best to stay safe. So, yeah, come to a straight up sideshow tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get it up before 5 p.m. The internet's been really weird around here.
We had weird, yeah.
We had weirdness. Bye. Noisy.
I don't think that made
No!
it in.
I'm still stuck.
Oh my gosh, you are stuck.
Um,
Do I need to come help?
no. Keep your distance, Liz.